everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing sort of a first impressions try it with me video. This is basically using a whole bunch of stuff that I got at Gen Beauty just because there's a lot. So basically everything that I'm using today is from the creator bag or just Gen Beauty in general, with the exception of just a couple tools that I'm going to use, like my beauty blender and some wedges, because I think I might try to do a little bit of contouring. So if you're interested in seeing some of the products that I got in action, then keep watching. First, I'm going to start off with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and this is the oil-free pore minimizing, so let's give that a go. Alright, so far what I'm feeling with this is that the texture is reminiscent of the Benefit Professional. However, I find that this is just slightly thicker and yeah, maybe not as smooth, but I don't think that means anything, so let's give it a try. So right away I noticed, especially on my nose, that it definitely just, yeah, it really minimized my pores. So it's always good when it does what it says it will, and I don't know why I had any doubts, just because Smashbox is known for having like the best primers in the game. So yeah, just immediately pretty impressed with this. I'm going to try to vlog a little bit throughout the day just so I can sort of report on how things are holding up. So far so good for that. Next I'm going to be trying the Makeup Forever foundation sample that I got, and I hope there's enough just because it's pretty tiny and it's actually not that deep. So I got this in the shade Y315. Apparently there's like 45 shades of this at Sephora, so you know, this foundation, I believe it's their HD, there's going to be a shade for basically almost everyone. This sample is kind of empty. I mean, it's on the cap, so let's see if I can get most of it. Okay, I guess I'll just try to dip my beauty blender in the cap. Yeah, this is obviously a one-time use, so I won't have to worry about, you know, diluting it. So dip it in. There's the product. And let's see how it goes. Sorry, if I start looking over this way, it's because my mirror is here. I don't know if you can see a difference already, but it's, you know, you can see on this side it's a little bit more even, whereas this side I haven't done yet, so you can still see some redness happening. Not a bad color match so far. It seems just a touch lighter, but to be fair, I've been in the sun a lot recently, so either way. Okay, next I'm going to be trying this brand new Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer, and apparently this is coming out in June, I believe, the end of June or sometime in June, and it'll be available at Sephora here in Canada, obviously. Sorry, there's someone who's like mowing their lawn or whatever, weed whacking, making a lot of noise. They matched me to the shade medium because I said I generally like to use concealer like underneath the eyes as well as just some redness around the face. So I'm going to do that just a little bit underneath the eye because it's a little dark there, which is a sign that I need to drink more water. Just going to blend that in. Okay, it seems to blend in pretty, you know, well with the foundation, so texture-wise, it doesn't feel too thick, which I think is the main key for concealers anyway, especially ones that you are going to use underneath the eye, as well as any other spots, but, you know, I don't know of anyone who says that they love a thick concealer, so yeah, this one's pretty thin, and yeah, pretty good match. Next, I'm going to try a little bit of contouring with these Smashbox step-by-step contouring sticks, and you get 3 shades in the box, and they actually label on them what they're used for. So this is the contour shade, which I guess is the darkest. Yes. And then there's a bronzing shade, which is slightly lighter, and then a highlighting shade, which I'm not really a person to highlight normally with pencils. Like, I have the Burberry one because I received it as part of my gift from them, but yeah, okay, let's see how it goes. So let's use the contouring color, And this is what it looks like, if you can see the color. And let's jump right in. Now, just to be fair, I'm not a pro at contouring. I'm just sort of remembering the way that I was taught by the Burberry makeup artist. So if you have a better way of doing it that works for you, great. But I'm just going to stick to what I sort of know. Okay, now I'm just going to use a little wedge to sort of blend it out and diffuse the color. I'm not really good at nose contouring. Okay, so for the contour shade, not bad. I mean, it gave a little bit more definition in the cheekbones for sure, but like I said, I'm not a contouring pro. I'll use a bit of, I guess, the highlighting shade just down my nose, just so we can see how that one performs. So let's try it out. So, let's just do that. Okay, and I'm just going to take one of the Luxie brushes. Let's see if I should use, that's the tapered highlighter, or if I should use the small contouring. Let's use the small contouring. So Luxie makes brushes, and truth be told, I had never heard of Luxie until Generation Beauty, but they were generous enough to be giving away one free brush to everybody who visited their booth, and then in the creator bag we got a full set. So it was actually very nice of them. And they're really pretty because it has a pink handle and rose gold. What's this part called? Is this the ferrule or the, I don't know. Either way, it's rose gold, so it's pretty. So let's blend. Quite nice. I do like the size of this brush just because it is great for the nose, and I guess that's why it's called the small contouring. So all in all, great little brush. Next, I'm going to give the Makeup Forever High Definition Pressed Powder a try. We got the little 2-gram version of it, which I don't know if this is like the travel or if it's a deluxe sample, but either way, it was in the creator bag. Let's see if I can open it. There's the setting powder. I've never used this before, however, I'm a little bit worried just because when powders are this white, there's usually like a white cast. However, since Makeup Forever is a very reputable brand, I'm sure that it will not show up as, you know, being chalky or whatnot. So I'm just going to take a bit of this, and I'm going to be using the Luxie 520 tapered face brush. And I'm just going to dust this, I guess, all over my face. I'm sure there's someone out there who's going to be like, you're doing it wrong, but let me remind you, because it's been a while since I said this, I'm not a makeup artist, truth be told. So yeah, bear with me. So let's give this a go. This is kind of a challenge though, because I'm currently very, very sweaty, so I just keep trying to pat down the sweat without ruining my makeup. You know what? Yeah. Alright, so I definitely shouldn't have doubted, because this setting powder obviously doesn't come off as white, so if you were one of those people who are always worried about these, because I don't really use setting powders a lot, have no fear with this, because as you can see, my face doesn't look, you know, like a ghost. Next, let's try some eyeshadows. I don't think we got any eyeshadow primers in the bag, so I'm just going to go for my old Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. So I think I'm going to start off with this light color from the Pixi palette. Here we go, if you can see. It's so cute. I'm going to start off with this little light color because I think it's going to be a nice little base slash highlight. So I'm going to be taking the Luxie eye shading brush, and let's give this a go. I don't know if it's just like the overspray finish, but it's a little bit hard to pick up the product. Alright. So first impression of this is that I don't think it's the brush. I think it's just definitely the eyeshadow. It's not picking up very well, and it's actually a little bit chalky, I would say. Like there's a lot of kick up of product that's happening on this. So there's definitely better eyeshadows, I think, or maybe this is just, I don't know, maybe it's just the defective one. Regardless, yeah, first impression, very mediocre for this shadow. Sort of a pale, sort of champagne kind of color, so, you know, decent for a base and highlight, I guess. Next, I'm going to try taking the tapered blending brush, and I'm going to take this color, which is sort of like, it seems like almost like a rust kind of bronze color. Like, let me swatch it. Yeah, sort of more of a rusty bronze, so let's try this out. Again, pigmentation isn't great on this. The overspray, and I don't even know. Just, it's not great. So it's definitely a bit more on the red-orange side, so color-wise I'm not really that into it. So let's try to neutralize it a bit and deepen the brown shade using this really dark brown color in the Makeup Forever Duo. Okay, starting to look a little bit better. Don't worry, I'll actually put the copper shade on the lid, so that way it'll all come together, but I'm just doing a little bit of smoky eye contouring, whatever you want to call it. I don't have a crease, so this is just what I do. Yeah, the Makeup Forever is definitely killing it in terms of pigmentation right away, but then again, when you're paying, I don't know, I know Pixi is sort of a Target exclusive, so obviously the price point's going to be lower, but yeah, these duos, I believe they retail for $40 here, just because you pick which colors you want. Obviously the quality is going to be a lot greater. Not saying that you can't find great quality at the drugstore, but I think in terms of this battle, I don't know if it's just because this is a sample, but yeah, Makeup Forever obviously killing it. I'm just going to take some of this copper shade on my ring finger, just sort of inspired by Charlotte Tilbury palettes. Let's see if I could pop it on and then blend it a bit. I keep using copper and bronze interchangeably. I know someone's going to say, like, they're not the same, but it is, you know, this is what this color is. It's sort of bronze, copper. Either way, it's this kind of shade. So automatically, I really enjoy how you know, how buttery this is and how easily blendable this shadow is. So all in all, I'm very impressed with this Makeup Forever Duo. I think that's it for shadow. Maybe I'll run a little bit of the dark color on my lower lash line. Well, actually, let's try out a brush from the Royal and Langnickel set. It comes with this little brush sort of holder pouch, which I probably won't use, but either way. Okay, so this is the little brush. Let's try it out. And just run it on my lower lash line just to give a little bit more depth, or whatever you want to call it. And let's stick it in our eye a little bit too, because that's always great. And I don't think we got a black liquid liner in the set. Because I don't want to look for what might not be in the bag anyway, I'm just going to use my trusty HG liner, which is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. So I'm just going to quickly do this sort of off camera, just because I can't do this on camera at all. Liners on. I may have poked myself in the eye with this, so that's why I got a little bit teary. But yeah, all in all, I don't think it looks that bad. Let's do brows. So the only brow product we got in the bag was from NYX, and it was in a soft brown color, which is not going to work for these just because I find brunette brow products generally run a bit warm on me anyway, so it just doesn't look right. And it's actually part of my giveaway, which by the time this video is out, the giveaway's probably over, so congrats to whoever won, person in the future, but not really. Anyway, I wrote about this product actually recently on my blog, and it's the EcoBrow, and it is an all-natural brow wax, and this is in the shade called Liz, actually. And I know I just said that brunette products don't usually work, but to my surprise, even though this is for a dark brunette, it actually works very well. And I'm just going to use the defining brush that I bought with it, just because that's the one it works best with. So let's quickly do brows. Okay, again, one of the things that I have never done on camera, so I'm going to use the mirror. Okay, I'm not sure if it's because I got like primer on, my brows or something, or if it's just because I'm sweaty, but this brow's not very cooperative today, but let's just move on. So brows are done. Okay, only a few steps left and then we will be all finished. So let's give the Physicians Formula Super BB Insta Ready, what is this? The Blush Trio. Let's give this a try. So apparently this is for highlighting, blush, and contour, which I'm still going to use some bronzer after anyway, but let's give this a go. So this is a little bit intimidating just because I'm afraid I'm not going to put it on properly and then it's going to look weird. But I think you just sort of go, I'm going to go from the outside in, and I think the lightest shade is supposed to be on the top so that way it's highlighting properly. So let's go. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of color. Okay, you know. Alright, the light one definitely shows up light, so you guess when you blend it all in, it'll look normal, hopefully. Yeah, who needs rainbow highlighter when you've got this blush trio? So let's try to blend it in. I wonder if I should use my beauty blender or just another brush. Maybe I'll use my beauty blender. Okay, let's blend this, let's dab. Okay, that's a dance right now, right? The dab? I don't know. I'm not cool anymore. Yeah. Actually really impressed with this. I mean, it's very easy to use. As you can see, it blends really well with the beauty blender and gives a really nice, you know, pop of color. So who knew? Physicians Formula. This is actually the first Physicians Formula product that I've ever tried. So all in all, really great. Next, I'm also going to be using another Physicians Formula Insta Ready product, and this is their Filter BB Bronzer. So this is kind of cool looking. It's pretty substantial in terms of weight. Oh, there's a little brush that comes with it, but we all know those are basically useless. So it says #Sunkiss in the middle, if you can see. I don't need this hand. So yeah, let's give this a try. I'm going to use the Royal and Langnickel powder brush, and I'm just going to use this around my face and particularly the places that I attempted to contour earlier. So I'm just going to swirl this around. Whoa. Tap off the excess, and let's just try to bring some warmth. Okay, still sort of sweating. Alright, so there's the bronzer. I don't really put on, you know, copious amounts of it anyway, just because I'm pretty tanned as it is, but I like that this is fairly light. I really feel as though if you wanted to really build it up a bit, I'm sure you could, but I'm pretty satisfied with the finish of this. I don't know if you can even tell the difference. I'm sure someone's going to say, you can't even tell, so maybe that's good, but yeah, all in all, I would say this feels nice on the skin. It doesn't look like brown or orange, which is very nice. And judging from all the displays at my local Shoppers recently, I guess bronzers are really, really becoming the new in thing. So yeah, okay, pretty good. Next, I'm going to be dipping into this bad boy, and this is the Pixi Book of Beauty, and they actually used this on me for my makeup touch-up at their booth, so I was really happy and excited to see it in our creator bag. So this is a 6 highlighter palette. So do they have names? They don't have names. Either way, this is Radiant Light. So I don't know which color to use just because there are so many. Maybe I'll try this little peachy, whoop, don't dip your finger in it. Maybe we'll try this little like peach highlighter because I'm sure that'll be very nice. Sorry for all the background noise, but clearly it's a busy day. Everyone's out enjoying their, you know, holiday Monday. So I'm going to use the Luxie tapered highlighter brush and get that peach shade, and let's go in and highlight. I don't know if you can tell. You can see there. Oh yeah, that's where it's coming from. Okay. So as you can see, automatically right away, you get that really nice highlighting effect. And I'm just going to do this sort of messily, I guess, and then just try to blend it all in after. But yeah, all in all, I mean, I think that's a really, really nice highlight. It's definitely not coming across, I think, as peach as it does in the pan. Mind you, I think that these shades are all probably going to be great on people with fairer skin, but I'm not really, you know what, but I'm still pretty impressed with just the quality. Like, they don't feel necessarily as soft as, say, like the Hourglass highlighters or strobing powders, but I think in terms of just doing what it says that it's going to do, I think it's really, I think it does its job. I'm going to run a little bit down my nose, even though I already highlighted that earlier. And just go over that part. There we go. And just a little bit on the Cupid's bow. Not bad. Okay, so only 2 more things and then we're done. This video is very, very long. Hopefully I can shorten it up through editing. So, okay, last 2 things to do. Going to curl my lashes, and then I'm going to be trying the new Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Mascara, which is going to be available in July. So let's give this a go. So first of all, it's a very interesting wand. It's very thin. So show you right there. The formula seems a little bit wet, so I'm a little bit wary that this might weigh my lashes down, but only one way to find out. Alright, so first impression of this mascara is that it's not really doing much for my stubborn straight lashes. Mine aren't really that short, but they are really like just pin straight. So while it is, yeah, it's definitely not helping hold the curl. So I will say that this is definitely just, you know, not for me, but if you've watched my videos in the past or you've been following my blog for years, you'll know that mascara is, you know, just a tricky product. And I think it's just a tricky product for everyone just because it's very, you know, it's a very personal preference type of thing. Okay, so let's finish this up, and I'm going to be using the Nudestix Gel Color Lip and Cheek Balm, and this is in the shade Pulse. And I received this at the booth along with another one that was in the creator bag, but I'm really excited because I've always wanted to try Nudestix. So let's try this out. So as you can see, it's a very MLBB color. I just looked in the mirror and this blush is actually showing up really, really bright, so I think I just have to blend it a little bit more. I don't know if it's actually showing up like that on camera, but in person it looks kind of goofy, so let's just fix that up. So there's the finished look, which is pretty standard for the type of makeup that I usually wear. I'll try to check in with you a few times throughout the day just to show you how things are holding up, so yeah, let's see how it goes. It's a gorgeous day outside. It's like 25 degrees. It's Victoria Day, which is a holiday in Canada, and I'm just actually going to stop by Tea by Daniel, which is like my favorite little tea shop in Brampton. So come with me, and then I'll do a little makeup check-in after. But can you just see that highlight? It's pretty freaking awesome, especially because the sun is hitting it right now. But damn, Pixi, you know how to do highlighters. Just got Tea by D Bear's brand, yeah. It's been a few hours and I'm at home again. After Tea by Daniel, I just went for a little walk around the downtown Brampton core. It's a bit warm outside. It's like 25, as I mentioned, and there was a little bit of sweat, but my makeup seems to be holding up pretty well. Nose is a bit shiny, but that's par for the course. I mean, it wasn't a mattifying primer or foundation. I'm not sure if I'll be able to vlog anymore today just because it's going to get dark soon-ish, and yeah, so I will say, like, first impressions about all the products, I mean, they're pretty good. I think the only thing that I was sort of less than impressed with was probably the Pixi eyeshadows, but they're not terrible. Definitely not the worst that I've tried, but when, I guess, in comparison to, like, Makeup Forever, obviously it's not going to be the same. But the highlight is ridiculous. So the little Pixi book of, what was it? Either way, the palette of highlighters, just fantastic. So if you're able to get Pixi, then I highly recommend it. So I'm going to wrap it up for now because it's time to make some dinner, but let me know if you have any questions about any of the products, and I will see you next time. Bye!